Hey, it's your pal. It's Trevor. Where am I? Where is he? He's at the Tam Tams. I'm at the Jean Mons Park right now. I'll try to flip you around in a moment here, but just to prove, there is an angel statue behind me, right over there. I can flip you around this way. We can see the gazebo right there. That was an expensive purchase for the city. I'm going to flip you around because I have a camera set up on my telescope right here, and actually I can see the moon rising right there. So I'm going to flip you around just a second, but just going to show you. Here I am right now. I've got the gazebo. Some people just showed up with a petite chien, the cutest little chien I've ever seen. And we see that right there. Now, I can see right now the moon rising just to the left of the Air Transat building right over there. Let's get you onto telescope cam and let's get a view of this. Okay, so I'm going to put you on the telescope right here. Wait a minute. I didn't change the... You've had fun watching that, haven't you? I'm going to change the camera. One sec. There you go. Now you can see it. I got overexcited there. All right. There's the Chien. There's people. There's a gazebo. There's downtown. The moon is rising right over there. I have the telescope right here. I'm going to put you on. We're going to take a look at the moon. Okay. Let us go and put you on like this. Give me a second to maybe adjust a few things. But there we go. Holy jumping Caesar's crawfish. Look at that. There it is. Okay. I'm going to play with a little bit of the settings here. Give me a moment. But there is the moon right there. Okay. I'll zoom in for you. And I'm going to flip it around. Give me 1 second to rotate this. There we go. I'll get you nice like this. And you're going to see how quickly the moon is actually rising here. So I'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. That is the moon right there. I'll zoom in a little bit. There you go. Play with some of the settings here. Okay. Just give you a moment to sort of appreciate that. All right. So right now, behind me, the sun is setting here in Montreal. It'll set about 7:57, so about 15 minutes. The sun will completely set. So the moon, it's almost a full moon, but it's not completely full. Okay. Now I'm going to move the telescope in a bit here so you can get a full view of the moon. But you can see it's kind of cool to have a little perspective of it going behind the buildings there. Okay. So I'm going to move you behind. 1 second. There we go. Okay, I'm going to return to the laptop in just a second here. Okay, hopefully you can see that. I'm enjoying that. Okay, so the moon rose about 7:29 p.m. So that's just about 15 minutes ago. The sun is there. Okay, here is what I predicted the moon would look like right about now. It's 7:43. I'm just going to make this like that for a second. Okay, kind of like that. Here's a photo I took a few months ago. Of basically where I am right now. And I predicted the moon would be kind of where it is right there. So at 7:45, that is where I predicted the moon would be. I think I'm a little bit off, but I think I'm just not in the perfect position right now. So that's where it is on the telescope right there. I'm going to take you off the telescope for just a moment, and we're going to compare what real life matches up to my prediction there. This isn't about me. It's not about me, but let's see what we got here. See what we got. Take you off. This. I'm just going to rotate like that. And the moon is right there. And that is the prediction. Okay. Moon right there. Not too bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Let's go back onto the telescope. This is actually some really great footage right now. There we go. Okay. Flip you back the other way. There you go. And let's get a full screen of this. Okay. Now, curfew is supposed to start in about 15 minutes here, so this will be a very interesting choice I have to make. All right, zoom out a little bit. There you go. Okay. But because I'm an Albertan who is acclimating to Quebec culture here, here is the flag, the Quebec flag, and the moon right there. Okay. Okay, some other fun things about the moon right now. People are saying it's a supermoon. Supermoon, what the hell is that? Is it really that super? Is it really that super? The moon always looks big when it's near the horizon. Okay, when it's near the horizon, the moon always looks big. There's a Wikipedia page. It's called The Moon Illusion. And basically, it's a trick of the human brain that the moon actually looks better. When you can compare the moon against things on the horizon or buildings like we are right now, it's going to look much bigger. Okay, it's called the relative size hypothesis. Okay, why are they talking about supermoon then? What are they acting on about here? Supermoon is when the moon is just a little bit closer to the Earth than usual. Okay, look at that shot. Oh my gosh, the flag is right in front of it. Good Lord. I'm not saying I deserve a medal for this, but Jesus Christ, that is not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, so the moon goes around the Earth, and it doesn't go around in a perfect circle. It doesn't go around in a perfect circle. So sometimes the moon is a little bit closer than normal, and sometimes it's a little bit farther away. Okay, so there's not so supermoons and there's supermoons. So right now, the moon in its orbit around Earth is a little bit closer than it normally is. Okay, look at that photo right there. Jiminy, pretty good. Just lucky. Just lucky. Now it's going to go behind the building here. This is actually a really cool, like, if you've ever seen the creepy movie Koyaanisqatsi with the creepy voice singing the music, this is exactly that shot right there. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Let's get the... zoom out. Okay. Now you can't see it right now. If you were outside right now, I'm going to keep it focused on the moon here for you. But in real life right now, we're starting to see like a bit of a purple haze on the horizon. It kind of looks darker on the horizon. What that is, and I didn't know this for all my life until about last year, that is the shadow of the Earth reflecting on the atmosphere of the Earth. Okay, so the sun is behind us right now. The Earth is casting a shadow, and we're seeing the Earth's shadow being cast on the atmosphere. Okay. It's called the Belt of Venus. It has nothing to do with Venus, so why do they call it that? I don't know. But that's what it is. Okay. It only lasts for a few minutes around sunset time, so this will probably start disappearing in the next 5 or so minutes.
Were you able to get it?
All right, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here for you. Get some context. Okay, get this as brighter as I can. Okay. So you can really start to see how quickly this is going behind the building here. Okay. What I'm going to do for a minute, I'm going to change the eyepiece. Okay. Take this off. There it is, upside down. I'll rotate you back like that. Okay. That is what we're looking at here. All right. I can zoom in a little bit. Okay. There's the Air Transat building. Get this focused for you. Like that. Okay. So you can see that purple haze on the horizon there. That's the shadow of the Earth on the Earth's atmosphere right there. I'll turn you around to see everything else here. All right, we've got the sun setting over there. See the angel statue over there. The sun is over there. We have a garbage can over there. Very good. And that is downtown, right there. Okay, I'm going to move the telescope. I'll show you what I'm going to do here. So I've got the telescope. I'll zoom out 1 second. Okay. Got the telescope right here. I'm going to move the telescope over here a little bit. I'll move you with me. I'm going to change the camera here. Okay, so you're going to come with me. Set the telescope right here. I'll actually move it a little bit over here. 1 second. So you have a bit more time with the telescope. All right, we'll have it right beside the gazebo. Let's see if I can flip it around while I get the telescope all ready to go here. That should be the moon right over there. All right, just give me 1 second. Okay, this will be the most interesting live stream I think I've done before. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. I'm gonna move you over here. If somebody wants to steal a free iPad, it's in the middle of Jamon's Park right now. That'll be fun. Okay, so we've got the moon over there. I'm gonna flip you around. Give me 1 second. Change camera here. There we go. All right. So we got the moon right over there. I'll zoom in for you. Right there. What a lovely shot. Lovely shot. Okay. So I'm going to put you on the telescope. There you go, like this. And I'm going to zoom in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another eyepiece on here right now. It's kind of dark, I realize. Change that in a moment. Okay. So what this will do, this is called a Barlow lens. Okay. It's going to double magnification here. Just give me a moment to find this. 1 second. All right. Let's put you on. It's going to be upside down for a moment. There we go. Okay. All right. And there we go. Okay, now this is quite zoomed in, so it's not the most ideal thing, but give you an idea of some of the craters and stuff here. During the full moon, it's not the best time to actually look at the moon because you don't get to see all those craters, but I'll show you what is possible here. Okay, sorry this isn't so planned as I usually am, okay? There we go. That's upside down. I'll flip you around. There we go. I'll let it come into view here. Okay. Now that's pretty zoomed in, so that's maybe not the best view. So let's zoom out a little bit. I'm going to change the eyepiece for you so we can get a bit of a better view. But just showing you that it is possible. Okay, I think this is why people hire crews, so get a bit of a better production here. There we go. Back on the moon. That's nicer. There we go. Okay, let's get the full view there. Okay. Now, if you do go outside and you look at it right now, here in Montreal, it's going to appear more of an orange color. The reason for that, the moon always appears as more of an orange-red color when it's low on the horizon. The reason for that is because the light coming from the moon has to go through more air, more atmosphere to reach to reach our eyes. When it gets higher up, it has to appear through less atmosphere, less air. Okay, so it turns into more of a white color. When I first started the stream, the moon was actually quite red, quite orange. Now it's turning into more of a yellow color right now, but it'll turn into a white color. This is with your own eyes right now through the camera right now. You might not be able to see that. Might look just kind of like a normal gray color there. Okay, I want to show you some slides though. So I'm gonna keep the image on the left hand side there. Okay, I'll go like that. There we go. So I used an app called Stellarium to figure this out. People have asked, like, how did you know that the moon was going to appear between the buildings like this? Okay, really, what you need to figure out, and so how did I do this? Figure out the direction and how high the moon will be at certain times. So I use an app. This is called Stellarium. There's free versions on Windows and Mac. I use a paid version on iOS for iPhone and tablets. Okay. Basically, here's kind of what the app looks like. I'm just gonna take this off the moon for just a moment. All right. So I can look at different things in the sky with Stellarium, and I can move back and forth in time. So this is basically the time right now that it was 15 minutes ago. And I can click on things and I can see what the altitude, and this is called azimuth right here, basically which direction in the sky this is. Okay, so I use that. I'll put the moon back for you right there. Okay, using that, I can predict where things are going to appear. And then after, I use Google Earth. And I can place myself in Google Earth. Okay, basically where I am right now, and I can figure out the direction that I would need to face to be able to see where the moon is. Okay, so the moon is about 107 degrees east in the sky. Okay, I'm not going to go into all the detail for that, but I can figure that out, and I can figure out where the moon will be. And as I'm looking at it with my eyes right now, it is basically exactly where I predicted it would be. I'll show you with the real life here. Everything's going to be upside down for a second. Okay, I'm just going to turn you around. Give me a moment. Okay. There we go. Put them side by side. There, that was the prediction. And that's where it is. Okay. Now the gazebo's right there. So I've moved a little bit, but 15 minutes ago, it is exactly where it was. There we go. Okay. Put you back on the telescope. Let's look at some other interesting things here. Okay. Get you back on, rotate you around. There you go. Okay. Now it's going to go behind this building here in a few seconds. Okay. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, and you're going to see that for just a moment. Okay. Let's just show a few other things here. It is 8 p.m. in about a minute and 40 seconds. And I'm reminded of this Simpsons clip. Videotaping this crime spree is the best idea I've ever had. So, yes, if this goes to court, well, I'm done for. I'm done for. Okay. I do predictions like this. I do these types of predictions all the time. They're so fun to look at. I made a coloring book out of this. Okay. So I looked at the fun things that are going to happen in the sky over the next few months, and they're going to start May 26th. So about a month from now, the first ones of these are going to happen. So I hired a bunch of artists, 10 artists, to make me some drawings. I gave them the predictions of what it'll look like, and so here's a few of them. Okay, I'm going to go behind the building there, so I'm just going to focus on that for just a second here. This should make for a really nice view. There we go. So on the right-hand side, that is a building, and the moon is going to go behind that. Isn't that cool? You can really see the speed of how much the moon is going behind. So how is the moon moving? Well, that is the rotation of the Earth. That is the Earth rotating. Get it more into focus, into view there, rather. Okay. The moon does move, but it's actually moving in the opposing direction we're actually seeing it move. The Earth, what we're seeing there is the rotation of the Earth. So you're watching the Earth rotate in real time right now. Oui, oui, oui. J'ai un télescope et ouais, so, j'ai fait un live stream pour la Lune maintenant. Ouais. Okay. You meet strangers while you do this. It's fun. Okay. I'll keep the moon on the right-hand side there. Okay. Just going to show. So I commissioned 10 artists to draw what the sky's going to look like in Montreal over the next few months. Okay. Here's another one. Here's one actually, Tam Tams, a statue right there. Let's make that nice and big. All right. Okay. So I have the dates for these. July 12th. There's other ones, September 17th. I've made a bunch of these, made 10 in total. Okay. First one's starting next month. Okay. If you want to buy one, these are actually a really great thing to get a kid interested in space and predicting the sky. Okay. Yeah. Also French because I live here now. And I just showed you the Quebecois flag. Okay. English, French. These are really well done. Here's the size of it. Okay. And a week ago, here's what the moon looked like. All right. Now, it's a shame that I'm showing this as the moon kind of looks like what it is right now because it's going behind a building. But last week, it was the first quarter moon. Okay. I talked about supermoon already, moon illusion and all that. Graph of disappointment. I have a bunch of things I could talk about. I'm just going to focus on the moon for just one more minute, and then I probably got a boost here. Okay. There it is. There is the moon going behind the building right there. Let's zoom in just a little bit. I'm probably going to have to close up shop here in a second, but maybe I'll move in a moment. But there's the moon going behind the Air Transat building. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to move the telescope just a little bit more so we can get a few more minutes of the moon here. Give me a second. Okay. All right. Just give me a second to get set up. Okay. People often ask, what kind of telescope am I using here? I'm going to zoom out just a little bit while you see the moon going behind the building. There. Okay. My telescope is not expensive. Okay. Show you this here. My telescope, it is called a Orion SkyQuest XT 4.5. All right. Very affordable. Very affordable. This is about $300 Canadian. So with taxes and stuff, it's about $350 right there. I use an eyepiece thing. I can clip my smartphone. I'm using my smartphone right now for this. Just clips in there like that. So that's all I'm using there. But let's look at the moon one last time as it's going behind the building. Okay. Actually, I'll move just a little bit for you, just a little bit more. Give me a second. Why not? Okay. This is what happens when you're on unstable ground. Okay. There we go. There's the moon again. Just gonna move you up a little bit like that. There we go. Okay. I think I'm going to close up shop here. I will take you off the telescope in just a moment. Give you one last little look of the moon going behind a building. It's the Air Transat building to the right there. You can really, really see how quickly the Earth is rotating right there. So it should start disappearing in just a second here. We'll zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Have I been talking for 24 minutes? Okay. Trevor, you got to wrap this up. Okay. All right, right about there. It'll start going behind the buildings. Okay. Cool. Let's get you nice and higher there. Okay. All right. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right there. Don't get curfewed here. I'm gonna change the mic, the camera for a second. Okay. Thanks so much for watching. Well, that was fun. I should really have producers to help make this show. Yeah, the moon, really great, looking fine tonight. All right. Yeah, I guess I'll talk to you soon. End broadcast. He tells the folks. All right. See ya.